Oh no, let me see. I wanted to give you the note actually, but for some reason this computer is not, the server of OneDrive is kind of making funny thing today. Anyway, let's see. So I'll just put it there. Right. Did you get it? All right. Everyone here? Is everyone here? No? Yes? No? It's so hard to get answer and respond from you. I'll drop the note. Actually, the good thing is you are actually a bit of ahead of time in terms of your lecture and definitely for your lab. Um, if we follow the let me drop this first. So it should be lesson 5. Why is it not dropped properly here? Why is it not? Can you try to open the chat stream? I think it's doing something funny today, this thing. I think that Ape is not the one who got affected. It's me. It's me. Definitely me. Alright, so you are in week number what now? 8. What happened to your week 8? Shouldn't you be in your wherever you want to be now? So for some reason the convocation, the graduation got changed, and that has affected your mid semester break as well. Yeah. Is it a good news? Bad news? Actually, it's not a good news for me because I got things planned for this week, and I got to push things ahead of time now. Right. Okay. So you are in week number 8 now. 8 weeks. That means it's like what? 2 months now? How do you feel? Smarter, more regret, bigger, taller, slimmer? What? Fatter? Are you talking about yourself or your friend? Why fatter? That shouldn't be the case. Stress eating. I just this morning I learned a new word in Malay. Techno stress. What's up? Techno stress. It's a Malay word. I just learned it this morning. No stress. It's well, hopefully it doesn't happen to you. It's usually happen to those who refuse to learn and understand new technology as it emerges. Yeah, you see, the world is changing very fast, right? Yeah, you got new technology, new digital things, new apps, software, all these AI things and so on. But because you refuse to um, learn or be open about it, when it comes for the time for you to use it, you do not know how to use it. You have to ask people, and you still cannot understand it. So leading up to stress. So that is called techno stress. I think they combine two words: technology stress. It's a Malay word. It's from Dewan Bahasa. Do you have this word in Chinese? Techno stress. You're stressful because you cannot cope up with the technology. You just cannot catch up with the technology. No, okay, all Chinese super advanced with the technology, right on par on it. Okay, you might not feel it now. That what your parents and grandparents felt 30, 40 years ago. But now, if you suddenly give to your parents or grandparents what you learned today, they're going to struggle a bit, right? With all the things that you've been learning today. So don't get too complacent, because the speed of technology adoption is much faster compared to 30 years ago. Meaning to say, in 5 years' time, what was once offered on the newspaper as a job, high paying job, is no longer there, because AI and machine, robots, whatever, have replaced them. You are no longer needed. Hmm. Or the worst, not longer needed, no longer wanted. You're already in the system, they dismiss you altogether. Right. Maybe one day I don't have to come to work. Everything you can learn on the internet, right? Right. Okay. So that's that. Another thing is about your lecture and your um, lab practicals. So, following the original, the 20, 30 years old worth of practicals planning, you're actually done with your practicals. Hmm. According to the old book. We have the old practical. It's true. You can ask the lab assistant. It's done. But you still have half a semester to go. So do you see my point why I said I have to revise it heavily this time? So with the advent of this technology and everything, the speed or the information that you can get is much faster. So instead of having 2 or 3 practicals spread out across 3 weeks, those can be done, completed within 1 week. Okay, so that is to say, things are actively changing. Right. So that's about practical. So what happened after your semester break? Uh, well, we have equipment instrument demonstration, not a practical itself, but we got activity. So that's one. And I just noticed something in the old practical book. There is no one specific experiment dedicated for photosynthesis. So I have designed one. So hopefully when I come back, maybe the first week of January or second week January, we'll do the small experiment to represent photosynthesis. Right? We have not learned photosynthesis. I know. Coming soon. Coming soon. Don't worry. In fact, if we photosynthesis, we don't need this. I can teach you entirely on the board. Or you prefer that way? You want? Do you want to feel that 80s completely on the board? I think I got the videos right. There are so many videos. I don't use slides for photosynthesis. So what's left for your lecture? So one is this nutrition, mineral absorptions and utilization, and then photosynthesis itself, and hopefully we can jump to cellular respiration. So I would say maybe another 4 lessons to go. Yeah, then you're done. Oh, what happened with 4 lessons? Then you got 3 4 weeks free time. Don't you find the time is super fast, or you don't feel that? It was as if only yesterday you first got scolded by me, right? So time fast, very very fast. So actually, if we follow the syllabus timetable, this doesn't have to happen now. This should happen actually in week 9 or 10. I do not know. Do you want to learn today? You want to learn today? No. Who do not want to learn this today? If you don't want to learn today, I want to go to sightseeing. I do not know why. I'm kind of troubled. I'm looking at my glucose monitor now. I don't know why it's so high today. And of course, I got some argument with Apek earlier. That Apek, I thought he was the one getting a blood pressure. It's me. Still 8, still 8, still 8, still 8. I do not know why. Of all people that shouldn't get a blood pressure, it should be me because I never lie, right? I don't lie. Why me? Okay, let's put it this way. I can sense that some of you, like, I do not know, you're just being stubborn. How many got deducted? 5 marks? 7? 8? Well, didn't he ask to put your scan mark? So how many students are there? That's not even 50. No, it's okay. It's okay. We don't want to prolong the argument, right? So what will happen to you if you have missed put into that? I'm not saying names now. Just think about it. I have said to you to be attentive, to be mindful. And in fact, I've given you the chance to score it full marks. All you had to do, and it's not just like me wanting to trouble you with extra thing. That's ISO requirement because we're doing it somewhat online. I don't know whether we can call it online, but they need a proof for ISO. You know ISO is the quality system management, um, meaning that everything that we do in institution, be it academic, be it I don't know halal hub or food production factory, the auditor or the assessor will come from time to time to see whether you are adhering to the highest quality of your management. Okay, so for university, they will come from time to time. Usually, they will come end of the year. They will come and they will check and they will pick randomly courses or subjects and see whether the documentations are enough. For example, if we should be having 2 times of test before the final, did we do it? If we have done it, what are the proofs? Attendance, that kind of thing, right? If we don't do the traditional way of test, like the way happened to you, that's not traditional way of doing it. I call it the thinking based activity. So what were the activities that involved? How you were assessed? and how much did you score. So your mark will go to the SMP, so they will see whether the SMP mark tally or in conjunction or not with what you have obtained. Because there are some subjects, maybe the lecturers just too lazy, they just put any mark on the SMP, but actually the student didn't do any of the activities. So bad for you, good for the lecturer, because less job. Right? So that's not what happened to you. So that's why I asked you to do that, and there is a time frame for that thing. You need to learn very easy, simple fact of life. When you are still nobody, don't be stubborn. Okay, you have a system to be obedient to. You go to office, there's an office system. You go to university, there's a university system. You go to work in a private sector, there's a system there. You go to be a civil servant, also there's a system there. You want to die, there's also a system. You know, if you die in a hospital, no matter what you say, the family cannot snatch your body, bring back straight to home. It has to be the doctors who release it. There's a bunch of things to be done. Okay, so there's a system. When you be disobedient to the system, after it has been clarified why you have to follow it, there will be repercussions. Okay, right? All right. 5 marks. What's the worst that can happen? You change your grade. It's only one grade. So next time when instruction comes to you, what happen? What needs to happen? Do you realize you are an adult now? When I'm talking to adults, do I need to repeat myself many times? Okay. So we agree on that. So we should not repeat each other so many times. Right? Okay. So seeing that, and then I could see that some groups that recently tried to submit to me still, even though I have said many times, put the methodology in paragraph. I've said it in individual groups, I've said it in the class. Who have not heard this before? You need to write your methodology in paragraph form. Well, nobody raised their hand, but surprisingly, when you submit to me, you keep on writing in point form. No, you want to write in point form, it's fine, but the paragraph form must be there. It's fine. I'm not going to penalize you for having additional things in your report. You can have additional things, but fundamental things must be there first. Why this is important? You are second year, right? In 2-3 semesters from now, you're going to take your final year project. Okay, when you take your final year project, you need to do your research, and everything has to be reported in thesis form. Thesis form, okay, not handbook form. Do you see any thesis in the world? It's written, number 1, do this, number 2, do this, number 3, do this. It's a story, right? It's a story. So if you still refuse to train yourself to get yourself familiarized enough with the process, you're going to find it hard later. I know many subjects do not stress on this, but well, guess what? When you don't have early exposure to it, then at 6 semesters, only this is the semester I first introduced to it. This is the semester I need to learn for it. It's not going to be beautiful. Your work output is, well, what word do I use? It starts with T, it's end with H. And in the middle, there is a word that you feel when you itchy. What is it? It starts with T, it ends with H. In the middle, there is the word. It's what you get, then you scratch yourself when you get it. Ah, what is it? Start with T, end with H. Then there's this thing in the middle. Ah. It you see, it takes a lot to be a scientist. In addition, knowing how to do experiment, you need to have a good linguistic command as well. Okay, I have not gone crazy with your statistic actually. If you take the physiology, there is an advanced for it. You take the advanced one, you have less experiment, not 7 experiment. You only have 1 or 2 experiment, but we'll go crazy with the statistic, the mathematics for it. So I do not know what is your goal in your career, in your life, but if you want to stick in the science business, there's a lot to train from now. Language, command, you need to be, very attentive. Language is not just, to play with words. You know how to write properly. You need to communicate properly. All right. So coming back to this. So looking at your cluelessness, I can't, because final, to some degree, certain things will be tested from first and second test as well. It's very minor, or 10% from first and second test for your final. I think you need to do some kind of revision, like a forced revision. So I'm thinking of a way, what is the best way to do it. I think I'll let you know on Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. So you're not going to see me for 2 weeks, right? So there's a first week of your mid-semester break, and then there's another week, and then another week you'll see me. But is that the second test already? No. Oh, that's the jingle week. It's true, right? It is a jingle week. Oh, what day is it? Is it Wednesday, or is it Thursday? Jingle day, not jingle eve. Jingle day. Thursday. So our lab is jingle eve. Ah. All right. Okay. Okay. I don't want to be too crazy. Who's celebrating jingle? Who plans to celebrate jingle? Oh, just friend next to him. What about this group? Jingle not coming. You have been naughty all years. No present for you. Is that what happened? So it's just so bad. No gift. Are you not celebrating jingle? You celebrate what? Celebrating it alone. Alone, all right. You're celebrating alone, still alone. All right, all right. Okay, so our lab day is your jingle eve, right? Hmm. No, I, how to put this? Um, I spent many years in place where jingle is a big thing. Okay, Literally, the whole university shuts. The whole roads empty. No, nobody around. Um, so it will be the 24th. What week is it? Can somebody check? The 24th. What week is it? Week 10. Right, right. Week 10. Okay. No, let's put it this way. Week 10. Week 10, I think is fine. I think we can clear that week. We will have online class because your lab already finished, right? We'll do your lab the coming week. Oh, you don't know the week after. Okay, so that week you can get all jiggly that you want. All right. Oh, you don't agree? You don't agree? Nobody wants to agree. Who wants to disagree? Who wants to disagree? Who wants to disagree? Who wants to disagree? For week 10, we don't have to have our lab and class. We'll do just one online session so that your friends can get all jiggly jingly jing jiggly jing jiggly jiggly jing. Okay, okay, okay. See how these boys, they never care because that's not their raya. That's why they don't care. Is that okay? All right, all right. So to replace that, I'll give a one activity. Um. Oh, we were not going to see for 3 weeks. Oh, that's a very long time to forget me. Right, right. 3 weeks. Don't you find it a bit relief? You don't have any more experiments. You don't have to grow any more plants. You're done. You're done. You're basically done. If we follow the old handbook, you are still struggling with that. See, when you do your FYP, find supervisor with good wisdom. So you many supervisor are very siao. Siao tu aku lah kan. Okay, all right. So that's that. For this one, what time now? Okay, because this is actually part of the plan. You need to because I remember I have a video for this. I've done the video for this. I'll just go through this very quickly, and then you watch the video to learn a bit deeper. All right? Okay. All right. Oops. One more thing before we start. Like I said, I shouldn't be working this week actually. It should be my traveling week, but because the academic calendar has changed, that's why I'm still around. So there's a good chance you're not going to see me anymore after Wednesday, or even Wednesday. The dean might call me. I have to leave from here. So whatever that you want to submit is actually today and Wednesday. Meaning to say, if you submit on Thursday or Friday, I'm afraid there's nobody to entertain you. Do you understand? Meaning that your final correction, it will be on Wednesday. All right, okay, good. Some groups already got 17 marks, which is good. How many times you try? 3 times. Some groups still get 9. That shows how stubborn you are. Some groups never submitted to me anything at all. That's minus 20. I need to marker the red one. The. This is for drawing. Okay. I. What was it? It was open here earlier, right? Where is it? No, that's one. Not this one. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You use browser to open it. What? I'll try to open here. Lesson 5. Right, let's see about nutrition and mineral absorption. Have you taken your soil science? You should like it. I remember during my time when I took soil science, among my friends, I was the only one who got. I think I was the only one who got borderline A. Borderline A. The next guy who got who closest to me was B minus. Lecturers in the past, they were very violent. You know T-Rex? Shorthand, very loud, like that. Very, very violent. It was good. You're picturing in your head. That's how it looks. Right. Okay. So about nutrients, can you see, or do you need to? Do you want me to shut one light? Good. Good. Okay. So, nutrients. Nutrients are the components of the foods that you, animals, plants are ingesting, meaning that any substance upon consumption can nourish any organisms. That is to say, the substance can be a nutrient to one organism, can be a poison to others. Right, easy, right? A lot of CO2, is it a nutrient or poison to you? Okay. No oxygen, is it good nutrition or poison to you? Right, because you are human, right? But if you're talking about another organism such as thermophilic bacteria, you see, thermophilic bacteria are those bacteria that can withstand high temperature, those that lives in the volcanic craters. Very high temperature, 80, 90 degrees Celsius. They live in there without the presence of oxygen. Their metabolism, the respiration, instead of using oxygen, they use sulfur. So that's why they can survive in such adverse condition, in which if you go in, what will happen to you if you go to the volcano crater? Alright. What happened to you if you go to the volcano crater? Yeah, before you die, let's make it more interesting. Yeah, you will become KRK fritters. Yeah, KRK fritters. Think about it. Dude, isn't it your name? Koh Rengkang Goreng. Oh my god, you can't even that's your initial. Isn't it your initial? You might think your lecturers do not know your name, but have you not learned your lesson? I am not like regular people, right? I'm not like regular people. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes when you see people can remember everything, they call that person got photographic memory, right? Have you heard that before? Photographic memory. That's not me. It's different. It's, I don't know whether it's true or not. It's just somebody said to me, I might have 10% of this. I do not know. Just look it up. That kind of memory. Not full, just 10%. Just 10%. Right. Okay. So you got your nutrients. Why? Plants also need nutrients to build the bodies, to grow, to repair, to reproduce. Basically, doing all the living things, businesses, right? Without nutrition, you're not going to get energized. You can't even think without nutrition. Every single time that you make a thinking, I'm not talking about talking, so speaking, okay, just having a thought that consume ions in your head. What ions? Sodium, potassium. You need all these impulses and electrical changes to happen along your neurons. Do you know? Remember from your biology, you got your neurons, right? So your neurons are relaying information from one neuron to another neuron using neurotransmitter. So these neurotransmitter are actually nutrition, right? So that is to say, without nutrition, there is no life. No life. So nutrition can be used to nourish the body, and therefore, depending on the organism, the way it is utilized or the way it is ingested or get into the body, it depends. So I'm talking about some generalization concept now. So we have autotrophic nutrition, meaning to say the organism can make their own food, such as plant. Plant can photosynthesize. So photosynthesis is a food making process, right? So plant, we call it as autotrophic. Heterotrophic meaning that the organisms, well, they can't really make their own food, but they can obtain the food by obtaining it from external sources, right? But that is to say, you don't regard us as a completely heterotrophic. Okay, it's true we have to eat to gather our nutrition because we can't photosynthesize the way plants do. However, the moment we get the building blocks such as amino acids, vitamins, and minerals, our body can actually uh, synthesize something. For example, if you if you eat enough carbon, hydrogen, and so on, your body can make cholesterol. Okay, cholesterol circulating in your blood, in your body, and in the morning you expose some part of your body, your open bare skin, to the sunlight, you're gonna get vitamin D, right? So you know that vitamin D actually from cholesterol. uh, so So that's why if you feel unhealthy, go sunbathing. Not sunbathing at noon. And that you want melanoma in the morning. 1 hour after sunrise, then have about 2 hours of it. 2 to 3 hours. That's it. Then come back. So the cholesterol in your body with the energized um, that energy that you receive from the sunlight will convert it to vitamin D in the form that your body can utilize. It's a long process. It involves kidney. Did you know that? It involves your kidney everywhere, your liver. It's a very long process. But that is to say, in that regard, we are autotrophic because we can make our own vitamin D. Can our body make vitamin C? Can human body make vitamin C? Do you say vitamin or vitamin? You are American. If you're American, you say vitamin. Well, I don't go to American school, so I say vitamin. Humans can't synthesize vitamin C. Any organism that you know can synthesize vitamin C? Don't say limau, orange. I mean, animals. Sorry? Sandwich? Sandwich synthesize vitamin C? Sandwich? Not sandwich. Okay, wrong. Okay, take it back. Take it back. Salmon. Salmon. No. I'm not sure if salmon can produce substantially that much, but vitamin A, yes, salmon can do it. You see, salmon, the skin, the flesh is actually orange, red. You know the lizard in the desert. It's under the sun all the time. Those animals, they can produce vitamin C. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, don't use lizard as your vitamin C source. Now you can go to the orange. Right, right. Okay. Now, and the nutrition, naturally for the autotrophic organisms such as plant, they will use photosynthesis. Well, that's super easy. So we'll talk about photosynthesis later. So basically, photosynthesis, you will see that we will learn there's two reactions: the light reaction and the light independent reaction, or the Calvin cycle. This is the light reaction is plants gather the energy first, and in the Calvin cycle or the light dependent reaction, that's when the plant will synthesize sugar or sugar precursor, free carbon. Never ever say the first product of photosynthesis is glucose. Your school textbook is wrong. It's wrong. Okay. Complaint has been submitted for the global correction for that. It's not glucose. Okay, sugar is right, but don't say glucose. There are many things can happen from that precursor molecule, right? And plants can also synthesize proteins. Proteins, you see, is a type of macronutrient, macromolecules. There are three of them. You've got carbohydrate, protein, and fats. Okay, protein, remember, highly associated with nitrogen. That's the basic of it. Protein. Without nitrogen, there's no protein. Okay, so you can see that some plants are very good at making proteins, especially what family? Leguminaceae. If leguminaceae, you are from 40 years ago. Fabaceae. Anybody Europe born? How do you say this? Don't daydreaming. Wait. How do you there's so many things I want to say, but it's okay. I'm very creative, right? I guess so many things I want to say, but it's alright. Let Amoy be alone, right? How do you say this? Why look at your friend? Look at the board. Look at the board. How do you say it? 不要。How do you? Can you read? No. Okay, I'll just leave her alone. It's alright. How do you say that? Fabaceae. American. If you're not American, Fabaceae. A-C. Fabaceae. If you go to the Vatican, you are talking to the Pope over a tea or something. Oh, this morning I had some Fabaceae. That's how you go. Pope lives in Vatican, right? That's Rome, right? Talking to Pope, Pabasi. You're talking to Trump, Pabasi. Okay? No, I tell you this. Later on, when you go global, you have friends around the world. When you hear or see somebody doing something not to your convention, not to your regular standards, don't judge too soon. You have not seen, you have not heard it all. Okay? Even for the Muslim students, did you know that there are 7 ways to recite the Fatiha? Right. So don't be a judgmental super quickly. Right? Right? Be open-minded. Right. Not to the open-minded until you go to spa and do all the funny business. That's too open. Close it a bit. Close it a bit. Close it a bit. Okay. Other modes of nutrition, parasitic. Oh, this was my Viva. Not Viva. Um, I think he should say that. Um, about parasitic plant. Okay. This you need to pay attention because many graduate students got it wrong. Not all plants photosynthesize. Do you know that? Not all. About 10 to 15% of plants, they do not photosynthesize. They are parasitic. Okay, meaning that they live on other plants or maybe other organisms, and then they have a specialized structure to absorb the nutrition directly from the host, like a sucking parasitic pipe. Yeah, kind of like you when you age minus 3 months in your mother's womb. You were a parasite. And then you born kau jadi dahaka. Think about it. All of you, at one point, you were a parasitic worm in your mom's body. Highly parasitic. And in addition to that, you kick some more. So do you understand why you cannot scold back your mom, even though your mom is wrong? Yes. Yeah. Don't do that. Right. So, um, the example here is the dodder plant. You see all these yellow strings? It's a plant actually. It's called the dodder plant. So what's example in our tropical country? It's called the dalu. The dalu. Yeah, on the dalu. Right. Right. Oh yeah, I got the plant here. The Malayan mistletoe. It's this plant. You can't sometimes you can't distinguish it from the actual plant. They're very good at camouflaging themselves. Right. So why don't they want to photosynthesize? Well, remember the goal of life is for species continuum, at least for plants and animals. As long as that is the quickest way to do it, so be it. Right? Right. So mistletoe. Do you know mistletoe? She said kiss. That's what she's looking for in 1 month time. It's parasite itself is not a problem sometimes, but if it's also a host to something else, virus, bacteria, and so on, because sometimes the plants do not mind if something else is living and sucking off from it, because it can make its own food, right? Sharing is not really a problem, but it comes to the point these parasitic plants, it's hurting the structure and anatomy of the plant. Yeah, when the structure has been compromised, surely the plants can no longer photosynthesize properly, so that's why it becomes a problem. Right. So you got epiphyte. That's also another kind of nutrition acquiring. Epiphytes mean epi means above or at the edge. Phyte above other plant. The plant just live on the host without taking anything from it. I just need a boost up so that I can reach for the sunlight. That's all. So the good example here is this. What plant is this? Bird nest. Bird nest is a plant. Who taught you? What plant is this? What's that conferred? Uh, if you want to look for it, this thing. The middle one. This is who knows this? I don't think you get this naturally in Malaysia. This is from Brazil. It's a cousin for pineapple. What? Say again? Rosinia? No, it's actually a cousin for pineapple, Guzmania. Guzmania. And the final one, that is Tillandsia. That one we got in Malaysia. Tillandsia. So they just live on the plant, even though they look rather dominating, but they're not hurting the host plant. Kind of living together happily. Right, and then you got carnivorous plant. Do you know what this is? Yes. What's the Latin for it? Dionia. What's this? Priokera. This is not Priokera. Yeah, this is Sarracenia. Yeah. So the thing about carnivorous plant, you see all this fancy structure. This is actually, if you learn from your botany, is actually a type of modified leaf, right? For example, if you remember from your botany, the bougainvillea plant, very showy flowers, right? The showy fake petals, not really petals, those are actually bracts, right? For carnivorous plant, usually they live in rather depleted area, nutrients super minimum, like the boggy area. Not boggy, the ghost, bog. Bog? Bog. Bog. I think in Malaysia it's equivalent to this. Pit or I want to write in Malay. Gambut. Gambut. It's not a soil per se, but rather a decayed plant materials from long time ago. Okay, for example, the bog the bog is from the lower vegetation. They die, but the plants don't really decompose, but they become compressed one upon another, layers upon layers. So they're becoming this thick layers of darkened material. Okay, and people sell it actually as a germination medium. So very super minimum nutrient in there. So what the plants do? Well, the plant need to eat somehow, right? So to supplement for whatever that they can't acquire from the boggy or pit environment, they modify the leaf to become a trap. They modify the leaf to become slippery, so that whatever small insect that get into the modified structure will be digested, and the nourishment can be extracted for the plant itself. Right. So that is to say, if you fertilize this plant, you're not going to get this venous tract easily. You don't put NPK. You put NPK, most likely it will stay leafy forever. There is no need for the structure. All right. Right. Okay. Let's go on. This is Periocera nepenthes. This one is actually in Borneo, Nepenthes raja. So it's quite big. Can you see? There are some insects at the bottom of it. Yeah. So what's at the bottom? That soup. What is it? Digestive enzyme. That's right. Digestive enzyme, and also some kind of soap-like substance, so that the insect cannot crawl back out. Right. Right. So what about symbiotic nutrition? Symbiotic means both wins. The host wins and also the plant wins. So you can see that this is the lichens. Lichens is when the two organisms comes together. You got your alga and fungus together. This symbiotic relationship is called lichens. Okay, so you can see that usually they are on the rock, on the bark. They just there. I mean, like when the surface, like the rock, there's not much nutrition there, right? Right. So remember, you learn about the smallest seed in the world. What is it? Smallest. You just learn it. Okay. Can it germinate by itself? It requires symbiotic relationship, right? Yeah, it's pretty much like this. Right. Right. So that's pretty much the overall of it. You got the epiphyte, parasitic. Please revise this, because this terminology is going to come up many times as long as you are science students. Right. Right. So how nutrition are coming back to the soil? Even though I talk about soils, it actually wherever the plants are growing. You know, some plants are growing in soilless culture now. Some plants are growing on the tree. Some plants are growing on your head. That's a Guinness Book of Record. This lady tried to grow plants on top of the head. People do all crazy stuff just to be on the book. And plus, lady always right. So let it be. All right. So there are many ways how nutrition can come to the soil. Remember from your soil science lesson, did you learn about soil genesis? Does it sound familiar, soil genesis? I learned my soil science like 20 years ago. I need to check. Maybe the syllabus have changed. Okay. Did you learn this word? Yes. Okay. What about this? Okay, good. Right. What about the word weathering? Okay, good. Then we Kautin, we can go. Your soil, the soil that you see, was once actually a regolith or the bedrock. Through the actions of weathering. Okay, weathering. Weathering means that anything that break things into smaller parts. What are the weathering agents? For example, there are many. Wind. What else? Feng. What? River. A river, yeah. Water, yeah. Water movement can be. What else? Something hot, something cold. What? It's not 20 years you have taken soil science. Like what? 2 semesters? What are the weathering agents? Sun. Yes, sun. What else? What your friend just said it. Water movement. What? Wind. Already said it.
Temperature.
The chemical temperature. Yes, temperature. One more. Vibration. Your not only earthquake, but you see some vehicles on the highway. They are very heavy. Yeah, even Asia is 800 kilograms. Right, and you are like 10% of it. So this movement actually causing this bedrock or regolith From once a big chunk, they becomes disintegrated, get smaller and get smaller and get smaller. If they are small enough, then they can start to enter the first texture of the soil, which is the sand. And then they can go to the loam and finally to the clay, to the silt, and then to the loam. Loam is the smallest, right? Do you still remember? Or am I talking to the wall? Okay. This is why I say sometimes people think it's a blessing, but it's not. Remember I told you about this? This thing? Sometimes it's not a blessing. When I talk, people don't remember. It's good for exam, but it's not good for general life matters. Alright, okay. That's natural. What about human activities? Anthropological activity. Oh, that's a good word for you to learn. Anthropology. And how to spell it? Anthropology. So these two activities are anthropological activities, meaning that human-based activity, the nutrition, this fertilization and the spreading of fertilizers, they are done by whom? Humans. So these are considered anthropological activities, right? And finally, you on the third here, oh, that's natural. This is, what is this? It's a root nodule. So root nodule by what plant? What plant? I heard the word hutan. What hutan? Nitrogen fixator. Nitrogen fixator. Nitrogen fixator. Not all plants can have this. You go to the fruit orchard, you ask the durian tree, I want root nodule. Will it give to you? You keep asking, it will drop the durian above you. There you go. You no nitrogen, it will give sulfur. Right. Right. Okay. So whatever that the plants acquire, basically they are turning into these macro molecules that I've said earlier. Just seem like us. Carbohydrates, fat oil, and protein. This is why I said protein is highly related to nitrogen. See that? Nitrogen and also sulfur sometimes. Okay. Right. So, I'm not going too much into. Have you taken your biochemistry? Okay. So you should know by now what is carbohydrate, fat, and oil. Right, 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 right. So, what time now? So, shall we go another 10 minutes? Or you want to sleep already? Right. So, plants are autotrophic, and in a way, you can regard plants as a miner. You know, they are mining all these elements in the earth because these are the building blocks that they use to make all these macro nutrients, fat, um, lipid, protein, and so on. So mineral is they are inorganic element acquired mostly from the soil, inorganic ions from the soil. The word inorganic, this is chemistry, meaning that they, how to say, you don't find carbon attached to it necessarily. Okay. Well, wait. That's the first definition of it. We'll come back to that because I don't want to give you the wrong definition. Nutrient is any substance needed for the plants to survive, to complete its life cycle. Meaning to say, there are many minerals inside the earth crust, but not all minerals will be the nutrition or the nutrients for the plants. Okay? If the soil contains aurum, will it nourish the plant? You know aurum? What is it? Do plants need aurum to grow? Does it need it? Aurum? No? No? Is it essential or not? Well, it's yeah. It's not just answer. It's no. It's no. It's no. Right. Okay. So there's a strong positive correlation between the crop yield and also the fertilizer used. You can see that as the farmers increase the amount of fertilizer used, the crop yield is going to increase as well. Well, that's kind of making sense there. Yeah. Remember this? Yeah. I highly recommend you to at least remember this group. Group 1, Group 2, 17, 18, and this guy here. The yellow and green. Because in agriculture, these are the ones that you're going to deal with from time to time. Alright? Right. So from these elements, how many of them? 118 or so? Only 17 are essential. Essential means without one, the plant cannot complete its life cycle. Okay. Depending on the books, some books say 16, some books say 18, but we like to stay on the fence, so we call it 17. Right. But you'd be surprised, actually, there are some people, they grow the fruits using aurum. They turn it into nanoparticles. Yeah, yeah. They call it the what do you call it, gold water or something. I do not know. Some there are many pseudosciences out there, so don't get scammed easily. Right. So what are these 17 elements? Let's see. Let's go very quickly. All right. When you read this note, when it says it was discovered in 1804, it doesn't mean that the carbon only existed since 1804. No, it was first described in 1804. Right? Where were you? Right. So you got carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur, calcium, magnesium, iron, manganese, copper, zinc, molybdenum, boron, chlorine, and nickel. So nickel is what differentiates from the 16 essential element people group and the 17 elements group. We believe in 17, right? That one extra is this guy, nickel. Right. What if 18? 18 actually depending on which school of thoughts you are following. It can be antimony, it can be vanadium, it can be aurum, or it can be can I say silicon? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some people say that that's also essential. Right. So for however you want to memorize, you want to form a mnemonic formula. Do you know mnemonic formula? Mnemonic formula. I don't like this marker. It's very, very faded. You need to find a way to memorize everything from the 17 element. Have you seen that word before? Mnemonic. You use the first letter to memorize the sequence of words. For example, I'm sure this one everybody should have something in their head. If not, you are not a science student. Anybody want to share with me the mnemonic for rainbow color? Everybody should have, right? Regardless of your language, your races, everybody got it right. What? Anybody want to give one? Come on, rainbow. Hey, come on. You already in 7 week, 8 week, right? Rainbow mnemonic. Anybody want to share with the class? Nobody wants. I want to see who's going to do this. The reluctant level, you can feel it, the whole bedrock coming out, just for her to get out. Don't care about people. You write, you keep writing. Mana boleh kejap? Either you know it or you don't. Do you remember the mnemonic? Yes, taxonomy. Go, King David. There is. You know something else? Taxonomy. Kau duduk balik kat dia. Go. No, if he uses King David, you know the lesson come from who? Because I created that. You know, I created that. All right. He loves Kevin so much. Let's see what happened to Kevin. Oh. Okay, good. Okay, Effort. Thank you very much. Thank you, man. Okay. So that's from bro. That's a taxonomy, right? So he's got D for domain. All right. Let's see. Okay, this is in Malay. So this should be red. J for what? Orange. Yellow. Wang pula. I was talking about the Huangshan earlier. Green, blue. I know blue, Lan. This is indigo. What? Tian? Is it the right spelling? Two. I don't know how to spell it. I just know how to. What is it? C? This one. Oh, H. Right. So that's the rainbow for demonic, and this is also demonic. Okay. However, we are learning plant. This is mnemonic for other than plant. This is other than plant because you can see that. No, actually, good. Your friend can learn as well. This is animal or whatever. This is domain. What else? Kingdom. What else? Phylum. See? Class. Order. Family. What? So your genus is gay. And oh my god. I can't even say the whole sentence of this one. You know, okay, you got the mnemonic for plant. He gives the plant. It's very British, don't worry. For plant, that's for animal. He gives for the plant, because plant, you for the phylum, you don't call phylum for plant. Plant you call division. Can you make it on inline? Your mnemonic is very controversial. You are lucky. I am very open-minded. If you go to study in abroad, this kind of thing, how do I put it? In the university that I recently went, um, kind of surprised. The toilets are three now instead of the female and male, right? The toilets now it's a gender neutral, neutral, non-binary, whatever they want to call it. So there's a third toilet now, but I always go to the third toilet because it's more fancy. You know, it's wider and everything, right? Okay, so write up the domain some this So the other one is for plants. King David came over for Greek. So you know it came from British. Look at the mnemonic, right? So whatever you do for this, oops, sorry, why is it not? So what you need to remember: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. That's the framework elements. And there are two kind of nutrients: macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients, there are two: primary and secondary. Primary are NPK. This is usually you find on your fertilizer labels. And then secondary nutrients: calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. Then you have your zinc. For under micronutrient, there are 8 of them: zinc, copper, manganese, iron, boron, molybdenum, chlorine, and nickel. All right. Okay. Maybe after the break, somebody can share with me how controversial your mnemonic can be. All right. Okay. All right. You see, um, it takes a lot. Okay, not to mind with things. If you go to any dinosaur, suddenly you say somebody is gay in the classroom, she's going to get triggered, even though she's not one. Or maybe she wanted to be one but couldn't. Who knows? People appetite changes with ages too. Right. Okay. So what else? What time now? All right. Okay. So almost time. So what do you need to know from this? This one. Let me jump straight to this one. For the function, I'll just say very quickly what's the function. Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. These are the framework elements. It's the backbone for any material. For the glucose, for your cholesterol, everything needs CHO. CHO. You know CHO? Framework. CHO. CHO. CHO then. Right. Nitrogen is to make the leaf. Also to make the protein. Phosphorus to make the ATP, which is the energy currency, and also to make the root. Potassium is for the stomatal movement. Stomata can open the close. So the opening is for potassium, and also for the reproductive part formation, the flower and fruit. And calcium is actually for the cell wall. You see, plant cells, they are not individually located. They are actually glued together. The glue is actually calcium pectinate, calcium. Right. And then magnesium is for chlorophyll. Chlorophyll, I told you before, right? Chlorophyll is just like our blood, hemoglobin. The difference is in the middle, chlorophyll has magnesium. For your hemoglobin, in the middle, there is an iron. Right. And the sulfur also work together with nitrogen to make a protein, amino acid. Right. And also sulfur in the photosystem. Plant has photosystem 1 and 2, right? So there's a sulfur in there. And then you got zinc. Zinc is involved in many metabolism in the plant, especially to acquire the energy. Meaning to say, it's not only required in one place. There are like 300 bioreactions require zinc, right? Copper, let me see. Copper is also work with sulfur and iron in the photosystem to capture and then to move the electron transfer. Remember the electron transport. Manganese, manganese is it's required. You know, oxygen is released during photosynthesis by the splitting of water. Yeah, that splitting of water require manganese. And iron works with copper, with sulfur as part of the photosystem, photosynthesis. Then boron. Actually, where do I found this? Boron, boron and molybdenum. Boron, I think it works with zinc. They work together for it's not needed in a high amount or quantity. Meaning to say, sometimes these elements are required to activate the upper element, right? They are needed in smaller amount, right? And molybdenum, it's your nitrogen fixator, your bean, your groundnuts. To form your groundnut, that's require molybdenum. Chlorine is just like human. It's for the electrical impulses for the plant, and also for the homeostasis. Plants got all this chlorine, 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 and potassium at the stomata will control water in and out of it, so that stomata can open and close at the right time. And finally, nickel also useful for the formation of groundnuts, right? So that's the general of it. 17, is it a lot? You see, if I can remember 17 is for what, shouldn't you remember 17 is for what? Oh, right. Right. Okay. And finally, before you go from these, I want you to this you can read on your own, and we'll give a video later. This one, the mobile and immobile. Where is it? Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. This one here. Where is it? Have I removed it? Have I removed it? Oh, this one. Not all elements are static, and not all elements can move about. Some elements are said to be mobile, some are immobile. Mobile means they can. Why is it highlighting on its own? That is mystery. Yes. Oh, stop now. Okay. Meaning to say, when the plant experiencing deficiency for the mobile element, you're going to see the symptoms in all the leaves. Meaning that the older leaves, they will break down these nutrients, and then they will allow it to get translocated to younger part of the plant, so that the younger part of the plant can grow happily and healthily while sacrificing itself. But for the immobile elements such as calcium, sulfur, iron, boron, and copper, they are pretty much immobile, meaning that when the plants are experiencing deficiency, you're going to see the symptoms in young part of the plant, meaning that it's already not there. No older leaves, no akong grandparent leaves going to sacrifice themselves so that you can thrive well. When it's not enough around, you will manifest it immediately upon your first emergence or growth. Okay? All right. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Okay. What time now? All right. Any question? Any question? Oops. What, you think Netflix time coming? Not too easy. Right. Okay. Any question? I think I know what assignment to give to you, because you are going to be 3 weeks away, right? 2 to 3 weeks without class, right? Um, Anybody without computer? Because I think for this we need computer. We need to type a lot. No? Yes? Everybody got computer, right? Alright. Alright. Okay. 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 It's good. It's good then. Alright. If nothing, anybody want to submit? Alright, okay. If not, I'll see you on Wednesday. I'll be here. We do not have any lab session. It's purely for your submission. I'll just be there. But if they didn't call for me, I need to leave. Okay? Alright. If you do not have anything else, you can go. And the group who wants to submit to me. Oh, by the way, before you leave, let's revise again what has to happen during your submission. Number one is your lab report. Your lab report has to contain every components of lab reports that has to be in there, right? And then you need to have the folder for your images. For each image must have a caption, right? Okay, and it has to happen by when? Okay, Wednesday. Okay, okay. That's all I can check for you. All right. You submit. You submit that. Everything enough for that groups. Two groups, right? For then you got 20 marks. What about other lab reports? Well, you can do as you please. That's for your own reference. You see, if you submit, I'll do the marking. I'm very ready. If you have done something you want me to check, give it to me. You need, again, you are an adult now. You are no longer in school. You are in university. Be responsible of your own education. If you have done something you want me to, shh. If you've done something you want me to check on your work, give to me so that I can give the feedback. If you don't give anything to me, how am I supposed to give the feedback for you? Gaining feedback from any lecturer, not just this subject, okay, for any subject, is showing that you are responsible for your education. Okay, you are actively engaging with it. Okay, all right, clear? Clear. Okay.